Flosstube. Hello crafty friends. It's been a little while. When you get used to doing daily videos and then you take a few days off, it actually seems like a much longer time. I know, it's strange. Anyways, welcome back. My name's Caroline. I'm recording here in London, Ontario, Canada, and today is going to be another Flosstube vlog style video as I take you throughout my workday. Which here at the Evertote workshop, it is already almost noon. So I have been very busy, hard at work this morning. I was shipping out some countdown boxes this morning. Julie is currently downstairs packing more countdown boxes. Hannah's at school the next 2 days. So she's back in the workshop on Thursday and Friday this week. So I was also starting to ship out our Roxy Floss Co Floss Club. I was working on the neutral packs for our US customers. Let's see. I was just reading an email from a customer. I'm trying to catch when it's not focused, because it really bugs me when I go to edit the video and it's like, 10 minutes of this video is out of focus. So I'm trying to catch it when I actually look up and see what you see. So I'll do my best. I think, yeah, I do my best to work with the camera, but I don't really understand a lot of the functions. I could probably spend some time and learn more, but anyways, I'd rather be stitching. I have been staring at the same cup of coffee for the last 2 hours. I think I've warmed it up twice already in the microwave, and now it's cold again. So I'm just gonna drink it cold and call it good. I have a giveaway to do, just a reminder. I'll just show it to you now. Busy Hands. Oh, I love this chart. I love this chart so much. And I'm going to send along a Roxy Floss Co floss conversion for this chart. This chart is on my must stitch list. I must stitch it. I absolutely love it. It's so sweet. Kathy Barrick. Love those Kathy Barrick charts. So, Busy Hands and a floss pack. I haven't pulled the winner yet, so let me put you on pause and I'll quickly focus. See what I mean? I look up and it's out of focus. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna bug me later. All right, let's pull. Okay, I actually had 2 giveaways to pull because for some reason I thought I'd already pulled a winner for the Patty Break chart, 4 Boys and a Newfoundland Girl. Her newest chart called My Favorite Things. I thought I'd pulled a winner for that last week, but of course, I didn't pull a winner for it last week. I announced it as a giveaway last week. So first of all, congratulations, Carol Diaz. You are the lucky winner of Busy Hands. And congratulations, Fabric Crafts by DJ. You are the winner of the PDF chart from Patty Break called My Favorite Things. And I had some comments on that video about, which version of the word favorite, because I'm Canadian, we spell favorite with a U. I was looking for both. I purposefully did not select a word. I just kept, I hit the raffle button a few times until the first comment popped up that had the word favorite in it. I was accepting both spellings. So congratulations, Fabric Crafts by DJ. If you could both, please email me, caroline@evertote.ca. Then I will get your prizes out to you. Thank you very much. Okay, so today's giveaway, another must stitch chart on my list, is a chart by Tiny Modernist, A Stitcher's Heart, with, you guessed it, the Roxy Floss Co floss pack. Cheryl of Tiny Modernist designed this with Roxy Floss Co floss, and she also stitched it on Roxy Floss Co Panettone linen. And we were selling this, well, she was selling the chart and we were selling the floss packs at Stitch North this past year. And now, and then about a few months after Stitch North, she released the chart to everyone, and Evertote brought the chart in to the shop because of course we have the floss pack as well. So this is up for giveaway today. leave me a comment on this video. It doesn't have to have a special word. And I'll pull a winner next week. And if you really don't want it, then I'll pull another winner. But I mean, come on. Who wouldn't want this, right? So leave me a comment and I'll pull a winner in a week. All right, my time is up for this morning. So I better hit pause on this vlog for now, and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so I figured out how to take away the color. So I was able to show a clip of the actual winding process. I've got a lot of winding to do this afternoon, so I thought I would take the opportunity to show you a little bit about it in case you were wondering. So we use Swift. It's called a Swift, and I've known about Swifts for a long time because as a knitter, if you receive yarn in a skein, it's the easiest way to manage it. Got my shadow back there. So we use a Swift and we put our large hanks of floss on them, and then we use this tool here. Now this is a handmade one. Carrie's husband Mark made 3 or 4 of them for us here at the workshop. They're just made of PVC pipe, and it is a homemade version of what's called a nitty naughty. I'll put that up on the screen so that you can see the spelling of that. We started out with wooden nitty naughties made by the Ashford Company. So those of you who are spinners, you'll know nitty naughties really well. When you use a nitty naughty, usually the angle of both of the, how to describe these in non-math terms, because I'm a non-math person. However, usually be a 45-degree angle. The top T would be offset on a 45-degree angle. We use the nitty naughty not only as the winding tool, but it's also our measuring tool. So we need to make sure that it's accurate. And when you have something that's moved at a 45-degree angle, unless it's absolutely rock solid, they can shift. And then you'll wind a couple of hanks of floss and not realize that your angle has shifted, and then your measurements can be off. And we need to make sure that our measurements are accurate. So yes, every single skein of floss here, every single skein of Roxy Floss Co floss is hand wound by one of the Evertote team. So we sell a fair bit of floss. So as you can imagine, it is a job that is always needing to be done. And Erica was off sick on Monday, so there's a little extra that needs to be done this week. So that's my job for the next couple of hours. I can usually wind a hank of floss in about an hour and a half, wind and card. That means wind off the skein, put it on the tag. There are, just like there are different people, people here generally tend to have their own preference of how they wind. I know when Leah is winding, she will wind the entire hank and sort of stack it like a log cabin, and then she will card them all at the end, and she finds that to be the fastest way for her to do it. I prefer to wind each one individually, stick it on the card, and then it's done. So yeah, about an hour and a half, I can do the whole one. There's about 70 cards per large hank. I can show you what a large hank looks like. I have some that are not countdown, so let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so I have a hank of aubergine here. Yeah, they generally come up from the basement looking like this. For long-term storage, we will just give them a twist upon themselves. Just like if you've purchased a mini hank from us here. So for storage purposes, we'll keep them like this. When we're ready to wind, they have ties on them. So chokes throughout the dye process, because otherwise, as they would go through the washing machine, if they didn't have those, you'd end up with a pile of spaghetti. So you have to have ties on them to keep them in a circle. So we will put our hank on the Swift. Now, depending on forgot what I was going to say. I was concentrating on what I was doing so that I could make sure that this was set up properly for you to see. This is just an inexpensive Swift from Amazon. Believe it or not, they sell them on Amazon. if you're a knitter and looking for a decent swift. It's okay. There are much, much nicer ones, handmade, that you can purchase on Etsy. You know, a solid wood, beautiful. But of course the price reflects that. And we have 4 or 5 swifts here at the workshop. So yeah, so that's it. We cut the ties, we cut all the ties, all the chokes are cut off, and then we start winding and start counting. That's it. It's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward, and it's a great way to spend an afternoon if you just want some calm, repetitive work. So it's actually not a job that I mind doing. So I better get to it. Okay, it is 4:30. It's 4:30 in the afternoon, and I finally, I finished my second hang of floss that I was winding, and so I thought I would quickly come on and show you my crafting. It's been a few days since I shared my progress with you. So I had some catch up to do on the weekend, but I didn't get any stitching done again last night. So I feel like I'm constantly playing catch up, but it's really important to me that I complete this, this design during Sampler September. So last night, twice a week my son has band, Mondays and Thursdays, which means I have to wake up at 5 a.m. in order to get him to school on time. He has to be at the school by 6:45 a.m. And so because I go to work after I drop him off at school, I end up at work by 7 a.m. So twice a week, I find that, you know, a few years ago, I could do it. I could get up super early and still have plenty of energy left at the end of the day. But lately that has not been the case. Those 2 mornings a week are kicking my butt. So last night, I went to bed at 8:30 p.m. 8:30. I got home after work. I spent an hour with the kids, had something to eat, and then I went to bed. I just couldn't do it. Now, when I got up this morning, one of my favorite things to do is to craft in bed. So I made myself a cup of coffee because I did wake up early. I made myself my coffee and I went back to bed. And I really should use that time to, you know, go for a walk or something. But I usually do that later in the day with Luna. But now that she can't walk as far, I need to make more of an effort to get more activity, which would probably help my energy levels at night. However, I was able to knit a bit on my sock this morning. So here's where I'm at. Heel is done, gusset decreases are done, and we are officially moving down the leg. So let's see. I think you can, yeah, I've started the brown stripe. I'm into the brown stripe there. And let me open the sock up so you can get a nice look at the pattern. This is the heel toe do-si-do pattern by Kay, the Crazy Sock Lady. And what a fun pattern to knit. I love it. It's really, really fun. I'm gonna love wearing these. So I need to finish sock 1 by the end of the month. I hope I can do it. I don't know, there's still quite a bit to do. So we'll just give it a good old college try, right? We'll just give it a try. Yeah, so sock yarn. I am supposed to have sock 1 done by the end of the month. Tick, tick, tick. Time is speeding by. So I've still got a fair bit to knit and still a fair bit to stitch on my cross stitch pattern. So sock is underway. Stitching maximum cross stitch, September's Revenge. Here's my progress. Oops, wasn't talking to you. There. Doesn't it look great? Yeah. Oh, I love it. So over the weekend, the purple flower, the blue flower, and all of the vine work in and amongst here, up in here. I did some of that. I did, what else? I don't know. It was a lot of green. It doesn't look like it, but I actually did a fair bit of vine work. Doesn't it look good? Oh, and I did the letter, I finished the C and the D. So I think I can finish this by the end of the month. I can finish this by the end of the month. I know I can do it. So 32 count Panettone linen, 2 strands of floss over 2 with the called for Roxy Floss Co colors. And look, I mean, just look, these two together, very, very satisfying. The yarn stripes were based off the colors in the chart. This has been such a fun collaboration. Seriously, I can't wait to do this again next year. So I already have Ellen and Heather and Carrie are all on board again to do it next year. So that's pretty exciting. Yeah, all right. I worked on only one other thing because I needed to take a little break. I put a lot of stitches in this on Saturday. And so on Sunday, I allowed myself, because I am loving this thread dome. We are going to have these at the Modern Folk Embroidery retreat. We're not going to be loading them into the shop until after retreat. They are so fun, and what really ticks the box for me is being able to use it as a very satisfying benchmark of, oh, I emptied my thread dome, right? And then I can move on to the next project. So it feels like a tangible way to mark progress. So I'm really enjoying that. So here's what I did. I think I put in 6 strands of floss because I had 8 and I still have 2 left. So 8 minus 6 is 2. There we go. So all of my effort went into this urn over here. Isn't it gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. So this is, oh, did you hear the train? We have 2 train tracks that run through the middle of London. When you hit it right at the right time of day and it's like rush hour and there's a train, it's, yeah, it's not fun. Yeah, this is so fun to stitch. Load your needle or have your needles preloaded and stitch, stitch, stitch. Yeah, it's so good. It's the Vierlande floss, Roxy Floss Co, and 40 count Panettone linen. And where's the chart? Here it is. There's the cover model right there. Oh, right? I did, it's very detailed. So that was so fun to stitch. Yeah, looks so good. So plans looking ahead to October. I don't know if you saw, if you follow Shiloh on Instagram, xstitchmd, or watch her on YouTube, you'll know that Shiloh's been also participating in this Sampler September project. And she's finished. She finished her project yesterday. So she posted her finish. Congratulations, Shiloh. I know there's been a few finishes. Thank you so much for posting them on Instagram and tagging me in them and sharing them. It's been really fun. So Shiloh had, she made the suggestion that Ellen's chart, Patsy and Eddie, is approximately the same stitch count as September's Revenge. So she has suggested a stitch along with her for Patsy and Eddie. So we are currently shipping out charts and floss. I know we had run out of one of the flosses needed. I think it was creme brulee. which we just got today. Yeah, it was dry this morning, and so we'll probably be winding creme brulee tomorrow. So any outstanding orders of floss packs for Patsy and Eddie should be on their way once we wind the floss and get it ready. Who knows who's going to be winding creme brulee? Could be anyone here. The other chart that I have pulled out that is on my radar, because it's that time of year, is the La Di Da Witch Witch. I mean, come on. How great is this chart? I have not stitched on this in such a long time, and it's such a fun piece. There's mine. Isn't she awesome? This linen was a one-of-a-kind fabric dyed by Carrie last year. I don't have any more of this. This was long gone, but that's my witch, and I'm using Roxy Floss Co Vampish, which is a super, super dark black purple. Let's see if I can get the purple to show there a little bit. See? Yeah, it's beautiful. Just beautiful. And the modeling on this particular piece of linen, all of the yardage from this was so good. So that's where I'm at. So definitely in the month of October, you're going to be seeing this. I hope to have a finish on this piece October, beginning of November. That's my plan. So we have a pretty busy first half of October with the Modern Folk Embroidery retreats, but you know, have to have a little seasonal stitching in there as well, I think. Yeah, and that's what's been going on. I don't want to misplace my chart, so I'll just put that back together with that. All right, it is now almost 20 to 5, so I better get back to work. Got a little bit more work to do before I go home today. A few more emails to answer, and bit of tidying up to do in the other room, preparing for tomorrow. More of the same. So thank you so much for visiting with me again today and throughout this month. It's been a pleasure. So I will see you tomorrow. I have another giveaway to choose a winner for tomorrow, and I hope I was going to aim tonight. I was going to aim to do the purple flower that is at the top above the big blue flower. There's a purple flower which way am I going here? This way. Yeah, there's a purple flower right here. So let's see if I can stitch that purple flower tonight. And then I'll show you tomorrow. Okay. I hope that you're well. I hope that you have some stitching to enjoy tonight, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Happy stitching.